If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
I feel bad for him because they're going to be throwing up every practice. Because, I mean, back in the day, you know, when I played, I mean, he would kill you. And even when Ron Dixon was there, you know, you lose a game, they're going to get you. And hopefully he went back to that, and hopefully he's burying them this week. And I understand they lost to Boston College, but maybe it teaches them a lesson. And yeah, it might not happen this year, but maybe they learn a lesson, and next year they come back, and we all could be eating our words.
I want to step out, take a break here real quick. We got Kurtis Schultz here. We'll do another little mini segment with Kurtis, come back, talk some football. Kurtis, you are just a wealth of information. ACC, Maryland, training, NFL, worked in Cincinnati, Minnesota, and it looks like you found a pretty good home down here in Tampa. Yeah, we'll step out, we're going to talk some Buccaneers, we're going to talk some Super Bowl, and he trained me too, and I'm buff. Right, Drusky?
Yeah, you're, that's one word.
Super Bowl 43 coverage brought to you by Coors Light. The official Schultz has a job, and he is the head poobah of conditioning and strength and whipping and beating NFL players the way he once did me in that basement gym in the kickboxing class. Can you imagine I kickboxed with this guy, sparred with this guy? Here was the deal. Every 20 punches I gave him, he'd get to give me one.
Yeah, and that ended after
like
21.
That was it, 21 and out. It was 20, it was like blackjack, 21 and done, man. Drew was here and Kurtis is here.
What the heck happened to the Bucs at the end of the year?
You know, I think
quarterback?
No, you know, we had some issues. You know, we had some defensive linemen that were out. You know, Javon Hay, you know, you had Chris Hovan. You know, we had some injuries going on, and also, you know, we're a veteran team. You know, I think we got a little tired, you know, and not taking things for granted, but, you know, we got beat by Carolina. But if you look at all those games, I mean, we were in it right to the fourth quarter. I mean, 17 all going into Carolina. You know, we're right there in the fourth quarter. You know, we go in overtime with the Falcons. We beat the Falcons there. It's over. You know, and like I said, it was hard to stop the rain.
San Diego loss hurt you guys, didn't it? I mean, that was like a punch to the gut a little bit. You know, they came in and
San Diego was tough, to be honest with you, because like I said, you know, I had my baby that morning, and that was a that was a tough game. You know, I came in, I can't tell you one play on that game.
Right.
You know, I had to get Monty Kiffin back and stuff, but I can't really tell you too much about that game.
For you, I mean, I go back to, like I said, kickboxing in the gym with you 10, 12 years ago. It was a dream of yours to work at this level. And when did you get named the head guy? It was just like in the last week or two, right?
Well, you know, it's basically past Sunday. You know, they called me in and some things.
4 days ago. A week and 4 days.
No, a week and 4 days.
Okay.
So it was interesting. It was this whole process. You know, I had a chance to interview with Jacksonville. They denied it. You know, and the Glazers basically, you know, they didn't want me to go, and they just said we want to make some changes. And next thing you know, I talked to Mark Dominic and Raheem, and they named me the head strength coach, and it just turned out to be a blessing, to be honest with you, because I could be in Jacksonville now, and it would have been totally different.
It's awfully nice down here. How's the radio team doing?
I mean, they do well. I never go on the radio with those guys. You know what I mean? You know, Nestor's he's my man. You know.
Oh, come on now.
You know.
I've known Kurtis, man. Here's the Kurtis story. When Kurtis, we were in 7th grade or 8th grade, used to come up and play basketball with the varsity team at Dundalk.
Yeah, 7th grade.
He was in 7th grade, and he would actually come out and practice with the varsity team in Dundalk. And of course, you went to DeMatha, and that was a hell of a trip every day for you to get out and play for the great Morgan Wooten. I mean, talk about the pedigree of the coaching this guy's been through. You know, you could probably sit here for hours just talk about Morgan Wooten. You played for Morgan Wooten, played for Gary Williams. You've now coached Ray Lewis. You've now coached with Marvin Lewis, with Mike Tyson, all those players up in Minnesota, the Love Boat crew too. We won't get into that. And of course down here in Tampa Bay with Jeff Garcia. I mean, you're truly at the top of your profession. I mean, I'm really proud of you, and I know how hard you've worked at it. But a lot of people work hard and don't ever get the reward. I mean, and sometimes you have to wonder whether it's ever going to come to you, and obviously it did.
Well, I just think that you know my father. I mean, you know, my mom, and you know, they just instilled, never quit on anything. And if you want something bad enough, you just got to go for it. And you know, you got to give credit to somebody like a Victor Brick. You know, back in the day, I mean, Victor Brick didn't have to hire me. You know, I was a poor little strength, a little trainer, just trying to make my way. And it just turned out to be a blessing. And meeting guys like Chip Morton, Jeff Friday, who now I was
Jeff's still in Baltimore. He sent me a text a couple weeks ago.
You know, Jeff's a great strength coach. You know, he's a great guy. You know, he and I talk daily. You know, and hopefully he'll get a job this year as a strength coach somewhere. You know, there's a bunch of jobs open. But you know, you talk about somebody like Morgan Wooten. You can't beat Morgan Wooten. You I mean, Morgan Wooten's one of the best men ever. And, you know, sometimes I think about Morgan back in the day and just driving down there, and basically I'll never forget, you know, after 2 weeks of driving back and forth, I almost quit, and Morgan pulled me into his office and he said, you know what, if you just keep working, you could be great, and you got to understand that. And
winners never win and winners never quit.
Yeah, you know what, and you know what happened on that? It was funny though, because that day he handed me a letter, and it was a letter from Duke University, which nowadays, you know, I'm like, but you know, he handed it to me, and you know, and you know, I was a big Danny Ferry fan, and I loved Duke back in the day.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.